Yep.
Okay. Hello all. Welcome to Salesforce Developer Group, Bangalore. So this is the first time we are having FSC presentation or FSC session over here. And I'm excited for this because as I was speaking a couple of minutes ago, saying that, yeah, Bangalore is known for in-person events, and then we have crazy number of, we also, Bangalore is also known for smart brains, because the questions or the queries what we ask to people is like very, very sharpest questions. So for that as well. And Bangalore developer community, we are world's largest developer community. So world's oldest is Bay Area, which is in San Francisco, and Daniel has it, and he is the one leading the Bay Area. And here we are three people: Abhilash, me, and Madan. So we are like yeah. So we are so much happy to have you all here, and then take learnings out of it, each and every sessions what we have, what we get it out for you. So yeah, as I said, 2019, 2018, people were asking so many questions, saying that when are we going to have FSE? There are few companies, I don't want to name them, but they work for FSE. Okay, so even we tried and asking the community members, guys, you are confident saying you can present it in FSE, but we got very limited resources, and we never had a chance to take this topic. But 2020, again, it is virtual. So we will have some crazy sessions from Salesforce guys. So yeah, so about Raja, we have Raja with us. So I know Raja personally since 2.5 years. So we started engaging with Raja from FSL, Field Service Lightning, and that was one of the craziest session which for Bangalore it is, because the session topic was about only for 3 hours. Okay, but the interest of the audience and then attendees, we extended 2 hours and it went for 5 hours. So the total session went for 5 hours, and then we did not even know the time flew away just like that, because the content and topic with FSL was very, very huge, and it was very interesting as well. So we had n number of queries, and Raja answered everything, most of it. And we that was one of the memorable session for Bangalore in 2018 or 2019, the Field Service Lightning. After that, we had instant bots in BLR DevX. BLR DevX is one of the biggest event in India. So we had Raja over there, and he was talking about Einstein, Instant Bot, Service Cloud, everything. So that was one of the craziest session where Raja attended, and it was very good. So now we have Raja back with us for FSC, Financial Services. So we are excited, Raja, for you, and people are like waiting for your presentation and then know more out of it, Raja. So this is our hashtag. So you can you can tweet us. So FSC with BLR. One is that use our hashtag SFDGBLR, and then at the rate is like SFDGBLR. So if you're not following this, if you are, please do follow, because all the notifications, all the event updates will happen on this channel and from our leaders channel as well. So you can follow this and then get most out of it on the events notification perspective. And at last, thank you for taking your time and then for attending this session. We are planning this for 1.5 hours, but let's see how interest goes on. So let's we'll wait. We'll tell it. We'll just explain all the most of the things on FSC. Raja will take up everything on that. And yeah, if it is like so interested, people are like willing to ask more questions or more queries, you can be here, and then we can drag it another half an hour on this. So yeah, Raja, over to you.
Yep. Thank you, Kishore. Looks like I have some notorious reputation on the timing wise, which takes a lot of time. I think that's a reason for the first time. After that, you have started keeping a timer for the second side, and this time I will promise that okay, within 2 hours we can conclude this time.
No
Let's see.
worries,
Yeah.
Raja. So even if you're concluding it, we will pull you again. That is for sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's start with our presentation deck, and I will take the sharing. Okay.
So meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can do you can chat it. People who know answers, if you're working in FSC, please do answer. Please help them, because Raja is the only guy over here, and we want community help to answer those questions. So we will be happy to have you all answered, and then get your questions clarified for it. Yeah, thanks.
Can you see my screen, Kishore?
Yes, Raja, we can see your screen.
Yeah, that's good. Yep. So welcome to the financial services cloud world. So this is one of the industry cloud area we have. So we probably might be knowing multiple industry clouds already we have. One is financial services cloud, and in that also we have sub verticals. And apart from financial services cloud, we have health cloud, we have consumer goods, manufacturing cloud, and public sector is also coming up. I think some updates are on that as well coming up shortly. So welcome to this, and already Kishore introduced me. That's good. And here are my coordinates. If you have any issues, please feel free to reach out to me. And don't expect immediate reply. Sometimes I might delay a lot of times, so pardon me for that, but definitely I will try to answer as much as I can. And throughout the sessions, please feel free to post your questions using the chat or Q&A, that's fine. And if required, let me know. I can unmute you as well. Even Kishore also can unmute you as well if you want to discuss lengthy things. And in between, I will pause for a questions, then I will proceed for the rest of the session like that. So we have around 100 slides just to set up the right expectation. We have around 100 slides, so it takes roughly around 2 hours. And in between, if time permits, I will show the actual screen of different agent, banker, or from the employee side of the application. And of course, the customers can log in through the communities and everything. So our important slide for any topic we talk, forward-looking statement, and all we are saying is please don't make any purchasing decisions based on the what I'm presenting, but based on what we have in the system as of now, not in the future releases. And thank you very much for joining with us today. And I know this is Saturday and everybody is busy with their families. In fact, even if my boss says to join me on Saturday and Sunday, I will say no. But usually this is a community event. We are all we have a lot of enthusiasm to join all these things. Especially Bengaluru Community Group, I have seen a lot of times you're very, very active in all these community events. And thank you very much once again for joining with us today. And what is our agenda today? Our agenda is overview, of course. And wealth management, this is where we have started with the financial services cloud and then moved into retail banking, insurance, and mortgage and lending. So basically, my entire agenda revolves around these functional areas. And of course, in between, I will be introducing you what is the features available for you as a developer as well. This is sub verticals, I will say for that. And what exactly in today the financial service sector is facing the issues. So if you see, they are into a lot of different areas. The way we know as a bank, it's completely changed. For example, you might be using a Paytm app for payments. Earlier, we used to think payment means it's a credit card or a debit card at the most. But nowadays, it's like a Paytm came in picture. Several wallets came into picture, and forget about the wallets. Even the UPI payments are also started in India. So there are a lot of disruptive competition is coming up in the market. At the same time, if you see the customers are also evolved. Maybe your bank is not supporting a lot of different channels to support the customer, but whereas the customer is everywhere. You are in the WhatsApp, you are in Facebook, you are in the Apple business chart, you know better than the companies, actually speaking. As a customer, we know even in India, we face that challenge a lot of times. We expect them to be on some channel, but they will offer only the call center or only the email channel. A lot of times you call a bank. Yesterday, I called a bank to stop one of my standing instruction payment, and they said, no, you have to visit the branch further. So after visiting the branch, it takes probably a couple of days again. So by the time the payment is happened, so what is the point me in calling the bank at the end? So the customer expectations are also changing. So obviously I got disappointed by the way I listened to them. And you have the regulatory complexity, lot of complexity around the regulatory stuff coming up into the picture. Every country has their own regulations. In India, we have RBI. If you go to the US, you have a different issue, federal government is there. And again, even each state has their own regulations when it comes to the financial and especially in the healthcare sector. These are the most regulatory compliance industries. So let's see, why is it all important to understand the customer expectations and the challenges the industry is facing? It all comes back to the trust we need to build with the customer. The customer has a different requirements. I might be a family member. I might be having a family with 1 or 2 kids. And at the same time, I might be running a business as well. So my family needs are different and my business needs are different. As you see in the screen, you can see as my family, I want to save money and I need to provide the college funds to my kids. And again, I might be having a giant account with my spouse. And at the same time, I have different car insurance policies or the housing loan or house insurance policies. And when it comes to the business side, where I am running another SME shop, where I might be require a line of credit, some loan, or I might be having multiple subsidiaries where I need to manage the business in a separate way again. So these are the expectations from the customer, where if I can solve the problems or if I can help my customer, they will be the happy customer forever. Not only that, if you take any bank, existing bank, except the recently started banks like First Bank, IDB, First Bank or something like that. Rest of all the banks, usually what happens is they have the decades of complexity within the systems. They might have started their businesses when the mainframes are there. Along with that, they might have acquired multiple businesses. They might have ventured out into the insurance business. They might have ventured into the home loan sector. They might have ventured into the personal loans. They might have ventured into a lot of different things, retail banking, commercial banking, wealth management, lot of different things. With all these things, what happens is we end up having multiple systems with the multiple details about the same customer again and again and again. That's exactly the reason when you are calling a bank today, even though you have the same credit card or you have the same account in the same company, most likely they don't know each other. The call center agent don't know what you have fully from that bank. That's nothing but they are missing the complete customer picture. Why we need the complete customer picture? If we know the complete customer picture, then only we will be able to understand their needs better, and we can help them in what they need. Without knowing, it's like you are shooting in the dark. So customer 360, that's how we will go to help with them. And it's not only the customer standpoint. Even take, for example, from the employee standpoint. What happens from the employee standpoint? Employee is nothing but the call center agent or the line or the relationship manager inside of the bank, or somebody, the manager or whoever it is, supervisor or whoever it is from the bank side. What happens if they don't have all these details on their fingertips? Obviously, they need to log into multiple systems, and they need to go multiple times, and always they will say keep on holding you in the call, or they will say go to that counter or go to this counter. Obviously, ultimately the customer will not be happy. We cannot provide what customer needs. So that's exactly the reason we are having a financial services cloud to help with both the customer and at the same time the bankers as well. The financial service cloud built on 3 pillars here: building the trusted relationships, making every customer interaction smarter, supercharging the employee productivity. So based on these 3 principles, we have provided the product called Customer 360 Financial Service Cloud. Some of the customers, after implementing the financial services cloud, got 188% of return on investment. Let's see the product vision, how it will be. We want to integrate the business processes from end to end, from all the way from the call center agent or from the communities till the back office processing. We want to integrate each and everything. We have a lot of tools, as that's exactly the power of the platform I will always refer to. Without the platform, without the developer or without the admin, nothing exists on top. We can integrate these business processes across various tools like Lightning Flows, or maybe the process builder, or maybe the Apex coding, or whatever you use. We have customer digital experience, omni-channel experience we can provide. The customer can reach the bank from across the board. Through the service cloud, we have a digital engagement channels. We can connect through the chat, through the community chat, or we can connect to the Apple Business Chat, or maybe we can connect to the WhatsApp. So we have opened up with multiple social channels like Twitter, or with the personalized channels as well. As a company, I need to solve my customer's problem. I need to provide the service from where they are requesting. We can increase the operational efficiency of the agents who is working internally, and compliance issues. We can solve the compliance issues as long as we can maintain the data in a secure manner and providing and taking the right information from the customer always. We introduce a industry data model to solve some of these problems like B2B and B2C. The funny thing in this financial services cloud is you have to, at the same time, you need to solve not only the B2B scenarios, you need to solve the B2C scenarios as well. For B2B means I'm doing a business with another business companies, and customer. B2C means I'm doing the business directly with the customers, like individual customers like us when we have the bank. And relationship intelligence. I need to build the relationships in the customer. For example, in the earlier slide, I have presented that I might be a household member, or I might be a business owner in some other businesses. How do I know all this information? Until unless I maintain that relationship somewhere in the system, I will not be able to solve that problem. Let's see the architecture of the financial services cloud, how it looks like. At the bottom, we have the Customer 360 platform, the Salesforce.com platform. You are all familiar with. Einstein we have, Heroku we have, Lightning Platform, Analytics, Communities, Trailhead, MuleSoft, everything we have at the platform level, Quip, everything. On top of that, we built Sales Cloud and Service Cloud that every one of us know now. And on top of the Force.com platform, we built some of the common services like surveys and Lightning Scheduler as well. By using all this information, all this customization or configuration available in the system, we built slowly the segment specific data models for the financial services cloud. We started off with the wealth management and then ventured into the insurance, banking, and lending. These are the sub verticals in the financial services cloud. What are the needs in the financial services cloud? We need some specific requirements when it comes to the financial services cloud. Maybe you can say, okay, everything is a sales and service cloud. Why I need all these things? As a developer, you might have that question. So we have introduced role-based console apps. That's the service console kind of thing. Like service console, we have insurance console, we have wealth management console, we have retail banking console, we have lending, we have commercial banking console. We have allowed to build the relationships along with the relationship map as well. So I can understand my customer better. Who is he or who is she? What she does? Why she is calling from this, again, related to another company when she is only having a bank account with me. Action plans, I need to understand, I need to set some actions to my agents to act upon. Like activity tracker, that's nothing but the action plans, multiple activities. I need to set the reminders. I need to set the right guy to work on at the specific time. We have the life events and the business milestones. And I need to understand the net worth of my customer. That's the financial roll-ups. Maybe in one bank, maybe as an individual, I might be having a savings account. At the same time, as a business owner, I might be having a current account. But how do I know my customer's net worth? Maybe I have some loans, maybe I have some credit cards. I need to roll up all this information to show that a customer net worth. And at the same time, I might be asking for some support. That's a financial cases. And the document tracking, we as a customer, we submit a lot of documents for the KYC or for personal loan or for anything. How do I track all those documents? And some of the loan applications, I need to manage some of the loan applications as well. On top of all these things, we have built an intelligence layer called Einstein Analytics to provide the meaningful insights about the data, what the supervisors need or the CXOs need. We have community cloud for financial services. We are trying to use the community cloud for various use cases in the financial services domain. That's not the end. We have the partner ecosystem as well. Encino, Guidewire, and Velocity. Of course, Velocity is earlier it was a partner ecosystem, and now it's going to be in the financial services cloud embedded slowly in the going forward. You can see some of the changes in the technical architecture as well. With that, almost I'm good with the overview now. Let me see any questions here. I will give a pause for some time and then we move to the next step.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So do we have lending and banking data model in GA for use?
What is it?
from Asmit, do we have lending and banking data model for GA?
Lending and mortgage is already released. It's there, it's generally available. And banking also, we have the data model for banking as well.
Okay, cool.
I will cover the data model shortly for each of these sub verticals I'm talking. I will cover the data model as well.
Okay, so one more question. What does velocity does in FSL?
Okay, Velocity, probably you might be aware of it. They also have a they are to be frank, they are pioneers in the industry clouds in that matter. Especially they have started off with the media and communications telecom vertical. If you see in Europe, lot of large telecom players are already started using them long before we have even started off with the industry clouds. And you have seen the financial services side as well, insurance, especially in the insurance domain. They have a specific to the point solutions for the insurance industry. They
Okay.
have built long before we have started up with the financial services cloud. We have before us. So obviously they have some advantage, and that's exactly the reason why we have acquired it.
Uh, One more question. So would you like to understand, would like to understand use case for insurance policy and financial account objects with record type insurance policy?
Yes, I will hold on this question to answer maybe at the end, because I am going to provide you all the data model references now shortly, then you will understand better.
One more question. Can we do ledger level management and reporting in FSE like general ledger in other ERPs?
Okay, we are not here is a question. We are not replacing the existing systems, like especially the core banking systems. We cannot live without the core banking. Nowhere we are touching that. Our idea is revolves around the customer satisfaction, customer experience. So no way we are removing completely. So obviously we are not touching that part. So ledger means the transactions. We do have an object, but we don't want to completely remove the core banking systems. We cannot. But what level of reporting you need, that level of transactions you can get to the Salesforce. That's up to the business to decide.
Okay. So one more question. I'm working on Siebel and we are planning to move FSC. We have products set up like credit card and saving accounts in Siebel.
Mm-hmm.
Will FSC support product setup and offers associated with it?
Will FSC, could you please repeat the last sentence?
Will FSC support product setup and offers associated to it?
Okay. So there is a slightly, this is where the domain just getting into the CPQ. Okay. So right now, all this FSC built around the sales and service as of today. But if you go to the, I'm not still not seeing the complete roadmap of velocity, how we are merging the velocity and everything. But the thing is, we do have the CPQ solution separately, and even velocity also has industry specific CPQ solutions. So I suggest you to utilize that CPQ side. I don't have the full information right now, but there is a definite possibility around this. So you need to engage the CPQ here, not just with the financial services cloud.
Okay. So one more question. We'll take it. We'll have it as have this as a last question for now.
Mm-hmm.
So what type of license do we need to have with respect to agents or customer portal while using this?
This is the next topic, which I have already started.
Okay, then you can take up top.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to the licensing. Definitely everywhere I get this question. So the idea of the licensing, why I will present the licensing always is to understand different use cases around the license. But the idea is not to show the actual prices what we are offering to the customer. It's publicly available in the domain as well, but always I suggest you to engage with an account manager for a specific licensing level issues, because licensing is one of the most complex. Usually I'm very poor in the maths, very difficult for me to understand. That's also one reason why I don't show the numbers. Okay, FSC, how we are going to come up with the FSC? FSC is coming up with one managed package and 5 unmanaged packages. That's one thing. Like FSL, if you are probably aware of the FSL, you might already be aware around installing a package, managed package of the FSL. Similarly, for all these industries also comes up with some managed and unmanaged packages as well. And we have FSC we have some permission set license. How we give these permissions to the different users is through the permission sets. And there are some add-ons, the action plans and the lightning scheduler. Some of these add-ons you might have seen in the earlier architecture surveys. These are the extra add-ons available for any industry, not just for the financial services cloud. And we do have the instant bots as part of the service cloud, which is packaged with the digital engagement channels. And especially when it comes to the instant bots and some of the digital engagement channels, they are extra. So just check with your account manager and how they are positioning with the client. Always the licensing comes up with the different things based on the customer needs and based on the customer license requirements and everything. The account manager is the best person to suggest all those things. And we do have a community started off with that. So basically community, customer community plus for customers, financial services customers. And we do have for partners as well, we do have licensing for the partners. A separate licensing is available for partners. So the numbers, the dollar prices already it's there in the publicly available, but always I suggest to check with the account manager. Feel free if you have any deal if you are a partner and you have a deal from a customer, go ahead and check with the account manager. And the same thing applies to the customers as well. If you are a customer, always reach out to the account manager. They will be able to provide you best possible deals for you or best possible pricing for you available. So this is the licensing side, and just to provide some high level view of how the ecosystem looks like. Currently, what is compatible and what is certified or exclusive for financial services cloud. This is just for your reference, but there is no specific certification as such for the App Exchange partners officially announced. It is just for the reference purpose. Take for example, compatible. Already we have the financial services cloud, plus you might be having their own application as well. One of this iPipeline is one of that customer, the App Exchange partner ecosystem. Similarly, we have nCino, Hearsay, and some other things. We call them as financial services cloud certified because they interoperates with the financial services cloud. We have financial services cloud exclusive. That means they are completely depend on financial services cloud licenses underneath. Some of them are Guidewire, Adapter, and some other Arian and Ethan group. So whenever you come up with a financial services cloud, most likely chances are that you might be referring to some of these logos as well. Take for example, Guidewire and these things, especially they might be having a strong core banking solutions. Let's talk about with our wealth management. Let's start with the wealth management. So what is wealth management? As the name suggests, it helps to build the net worth of the customer over a period of time. Maybe they might invest on behalf of you in the stocks, or they might invest you on behalf of the debentures, or they might be holding the direct private equities in some other companies, or maybe they might be investing on behalf of you in some other banks altogether, fixed deposits itself. But as in a sense, this financial advisor or the wealth manager is going to invest on behalf of you to help you build a net worth over a period of time. How are their needs might be different. Let's see some of the personas here. Take for example here, Julie Morris is the client for this wealth management. She is a customer. She is a middle-aged female, married, and very savvy investor. She has family and she is holding a business entity as well. She needs some advice from our wealth managers. Julie Morris is one of our persona, typical customer for the wealth management. Let's see the wealth advisor side. What Kim Johnson needs? Kim Johnson needs their clients, their customers, 360-degree view of their customer. And they want to see their entire journey of that customer. They want to see the quality leads so that they can build the revenue streams for their company as well. Let's see in action how Kim Johnson's console or the wealth management app looks like. I will just give me a few minutes. I will stop the presentation and move to the application now, which takes few minutes.
By then, Raja, you want to answer a few of the questions?
Yeah, please.
So, what if new financial industries want to use FSC? Should it go for other systems or FSC provides complete solution?
Okay, again, it depends on the customer to customer. Always any person coming up greenfield, we call them as greenfield. If no implementation they have, we call them as a greenfield operator from the application side. But yes, definitely they are more than welcome to be on our Salesforce ecosystem. But again, depending on the architecture, they have the current systems and everything, we need to provide the right solution to them. Especially that's if you are already an architect, then it's well and good. You need to do some kind of research around now after this, you will get some level of experience on what is financial services cloud. And at the end, I will even provide you a small workbook so that you can practice it, and then you will understand what is financial services cloud and what are the limitations or what are the possibilities with this. In short, yes, we can, but what are all the products you need to position? It all depends on the customer, what you have.
Okay, cool. One more question, one last. So, we are using FSC and we are doing heavy customization because of customization because of customers' requests. So, is there anything we can use out of the box to overcome the pricing issues?
Okay, especially this is a roadmap question. I will look at it this one. So with the acquisition of Velocity, definitely you might get a lot of point to point and click tools as well might be available shortly. So the more customization you do, always you go and check with any technical architect, they will always suggest try to reduce the customization you are doing. But there is a caveat, right? As a developer, if you don't do a lot of customization, how you will get your money back?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. But just jokes apart, both sides, if you think in both sides, right, always we suggest to reduce the complex customizations, reduce as much as you can. But especially these industry clouds are positioned in such a way that there is a rapid product roadmap is evolving. That's for sure. This is going to be our next big product like Service Cloud or Sales Cloud. now this is where we are heading towards all products like industry clouds now. So that we are betting very heavily, and there will be a robust product roadmap, a lot of features going to be available out of box. But again, it depends on the customer to customer. Some customers are willing to wait for some time to wait, and they will speak with the product managers if the feature is coming up. It's always better to check with the internal through your account manager. It's always better to check on the product roadmap. And from the partner side as well, we are conducting these roadmap sessions always with our product managers. And the summer, for example, summer 20 release highlights, I'm not connecting, but we have one coming up in the US time zone. So feel free to watch these recordings and go through these release notes. And especially these product manager calls, whenever they are available, definitely maybe if possible from the partner side as well, we will conduct. And even customers have the direct access through the account managers. So please reach out with them.
Cool. So, Om, you raised your hand. So, you want to have any question? Should I make you allow talk? Oh, yeah, carry on, Raja.
Okay, good. So as I just mentioned, now Kim Johnson is a wealth advisor or or banker or whatever it is. Now as part of our thing, he's a wealth advisor we just talked about. And I assume that you want to know about Julie Morris. What happens typically? You have the service console or the sales console usually, right? Similarly, we built a customized console for specifically for wealth managers.
Raja, your
Yep.
screen. I mean, like the webcam.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Problem of using two screens.
No problem, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, so Julie Morris, Kim Johnson wants to understand the Julie Morris. Now he has she's a loyal customer with with our wealth management company, and what is the lifetime spend is around $20,000 shopping she did in recent past, and what is her net worth based on the multiple financial accounts. You can see almost like 11 millions of $11 million of money she has and total net worth, and immediately you can see what is the Einstein is recommending when I am going to talk with my customer. So it is recommending, it has been a while since we have a last done account review. Would you like to run this now? So it's suggesting Kim Johnson go and have a call with Julie Morris to understand their needs better, because you have not done the account review in the recent past. And it's even predicting the client churn prediction. Very low prediction, very low churning risk. She might not leave us anytime soon, as suggested by the Einstein. And I will see the life events. What is life event for the time being? Life event is nothing but what is his birthday, or what is her graduated date, or when she founded a specific business, or when she married, or when she bought a car, or when she took a house. Some of these things we call it as the life events or the business milestones. Why we need this data? This helps Kim Johnson to provide them the right stuff to them, right offers to the Julie. And you can even see the trends in the total net worth of from the last 1 month or for the period, whatever it is. Based on the shares she held, based on different equities she has, based on how their business is doing and everything. You can even see the net worth in the trend area as well. You can see the full details again of the Julie Morris if you want to drill down further. If Kim Jones want to drill down further and see the like our typical record page, you can go and see. Here is the relationships map I am going to get. It clearly shows where all and who is having a influence on Julie Morris. Julie Morris is part of Morris household, another household where a lot of different members are there in that. Rachel Morris, Jack Morris, and Nigel Morris. Who are there? What are their relationships? So you can see the screen is changing the moment I am moving ahead. And at the same time, you can see Julie Morris is part of another company, Morris Roasters. She's CEO of that company. And you can see she is part of another business, another household, Frank household, and she's a beneficiary from that business, from that household. You can even see she is part of a board member of Calpers, another entity, business entity. And not only that, she is running a small trust, Morris Family Trust, and she is also part of that particular trust. So this is how you will learn about the complete picture of the customer. And based on this, you can even see who might influence our decisions as well. Here is the place where you can see the complete summary, financial summary of their accounts. She might be having an investment account. She might be having multiple bank accounts or the insurance policies. And what are their assets and liabilities? Everything in one place, you can see that. You can see the goals of my customer. What are their financial goals? What she wants. She wants to build a vacation house by some specific date, and this might require some money for that. She wants to build a college fund for their kids. And she wants to add a estate planning. She wants and she wants to build a retirement fund. And she wants to build a wedding fund for her daughter. So based on these goals, you can suggest the right products and services to the customer. And action plans, this is where you can see the different actions you or somebody in your company needs to take on this particular account. You can quickly build an action plan so that it keeps reminding you when it is due. So let's get back to the deck again, and we'll slightly learn about retail banking. And after this persona introduction, I will again show the retail banking console, and then we will jump into the object model as well. Let's see about the Rachel Morris here. Rachel Morris is a happy customer, and she's a tech savvy, young, and wants to do a lot of things on her own. She does the research, she will do everything on their own. And she's also, okay, I think I am, okay. She is also like Julie Morris. She also wants to be flexible with the digital engagement channels, and when she's required, she wants to get in touch with that. And Justin Chen is a relationship manager who is going to help her in all these retail banking needs. So slightly the needs might be different from wealth management and the retail banking. So let's see about the retail banking console as well here. If Justin Chan logs in, how he's going to see that. So I'm just moving to the retail banking console. You can see here again, what is in the highlights panel, you can see what is the total net worth. And again, what is the last transaction and what is the different categories, status and everything. And you can quickly see what all the products they are using from your retail banking. Checking account, savings account, the credit cards, mortgage and everything. Again, you have life events are almost similar. Most of these, what we are talking here is applicable across the subverticals, slightly different for different needs. So we just talked about these things. And again, next best action is saying that, okay, we noticed you have not signed up for automatic bill pay. Are you interested in hearing more about this? We all forget about paying the bills. If it is automated, it's always easy for us, so that the system will take care of it. The bank will take care of paying the bills automatically when they have presented. And you can quickly see rest of the information here as well. If required, you can schedule an appointment using a lightning scheduler. And if while discussing, if you have got some information about something she is interested in, for example, wealth management, while talking, you can quickly create a new lead as well. So again, let's move to the deck. And let's see the object model. I'm pretty sure you will get a lot of, we will get a lot of questions here. The moment I open up the object model, this is where we are fascinated about. Just a legend to start off with. Orange ones are the custom objects and the blue ones standard objects, and the green ones are the BPO. We call it as, it's not actual BPO, it is the base platform object. We all know what is standard object, and we know what is custom object as well. So what is base platform object? So with this industry clouds, we have coined a name called base platform object. Internally, we are calling this as a base platform object, which is almost near to the standard object itself. So we know the benefits of the standard object versus the custom object, some of the benefits. It comes up with standard objects are more performance tuned and everything. And some extra actions are also available for the standard object. Similarly, base platform objects as well comes up with these performance upgrades and everything internally. So now you can see in the system what is standard object here and what is the custom object, which are coming with the managed packages and unmanaged packages. And you can see these base platform objects comes based on the permission set licenses you are giving, based on the licenses. They are internally there already, no need to install anything as a managed or unmanaged package. Only thing is, based on the permission sets, it enables these objects in that particular org. That's it. So different financial services subverticals slightly will have a different object model. One set is the base model, like these business based platform objects. One is this is the base model for the wealth management and the retail banking. And again, for the insurance, slightly some extra objects are there for the insurance, and the same thing goes with the lending as well. But this is all the base we use. And on top of this base, we might be having some extra objects as well, depending upon the managed or unmanaged package we are installing. I will just explain this a little better in the multiple slides going forward. Why we need all these different objects? If you ask me, I will try to categorize them differently for all these things. Before going there, I want to see why I need these things. I want to understand the business needs of my customer. That's their net worth and their cash flow, what salary they are getting, or how much they are investing per month or per year or per periodically, whatever it is the thing, and how much is their net worth at given any point of time. And I want to know about their assets, the car or the home or something. What is their assets and what are their liabilities, the loans they have, and what are their goals. To get all this information, I need some extra objects. So I will segment now these objects in four different ways here. Three different ways, sorry. One is financial profile. What is the financial profile? As the name suggests, what are the different accounts they have with us in a consolidated manner. I want to see about all the financial accounts, their transactions. Might not be all the transaction, at least some level. As somebody asked this question, can I bring all the transactions? Yes, you can bring all the transaction, but you might be having so much of data in your core banking, which might not be relevant for you. But yes, what level of data you need, that you can bring up on here. And you need to send the billing statements. And these financial accounts comes with the plastic cards. What kind of cards they have? It is nothing with the credit card account. The credit card account is also again the financial services. It's another financial account with the record type as credit card or credit or whatever it is. And how the bank gets the revenue, or the business, the wealth manager, or the company gets a business revenue out of this account. What are the revenue opportunities I get it? How much revenue I'm going to get out of this account? In this financial account, what are the different relationships I need to manage? And this customer has a role, is a primary member or a secondary member, or maybe is a primary household in some other account. All this detail will be here. Assets and liabilities, and what are the charges and fees, and you can see the financial holding, net worth, securities and everything, shares and securities. The client profile. You have the client profile. Based on this profile, you will be able to see who is my customer. And you can see here all the financial profile data you have around the client profile, not the financial profile we'll end about here, and the client profile. What are the identification document? What are your SSN numbers, or what is your SSN number or Aadhaar card, or whatever it is? What are their goals, and with whom they are having a relationships with, the different contacts, and what is their education and employment background, all the data you are managing through the client profile. Based on this, you will always try to create the opportunities and intelligent referrals internally, so that you will constantly generate some revenue for your company as well. This is a little bit in depth about each and everything which I have just talked about. So as the name suggests, financial profile contains the details about the financial account. You can see they have a different record types where you can manage the banking account, savings, current account, credit card, personal loan, or whatever it is. Everything comes backed by a financial account. At the end, we have 11 different record types available. Financial account transactions. What are the transactions you might be having? Recent past. Maybe your company might decide, okay, bring only for the last 1 year. Don't try to bring everything, which is irrelevant. Let them stay with the core banking system. That's fine. You don't need everything here. And the roles, as I just mentioned, you might be, we have the roles. Financial accounts, account and contract roles. Who is the beneficiary? Who is the trustee? Whether I am the trustee in that particular company or a board of director in one particular company, and all the details. What are the charges and fees? Maybe as a credit card holder, you might be paying some annual membership fee. What are those charges? And the cards. What are the cards you are holding? Maybe it's a debit card, maybe it's a credit card. Please note again, credit card is a type of financial account, but this denotes only the plastic cards which we are issuing to the customer, plastic or whatever it is, or the virtual card, whatever it is. We want to manage the financial holdings, the shares, the securities, and their prices. If I want to see the net worth of the customer today, I can see from here, securities and the financial holdings. Billing statements. Periodically, we will send the billing statement, monthly statements, or quarterly statements, or annual statements. And this is the revenue generated out of this customer. How much I am going to get out of this customer? What are the revenue streams? What are the possibilities for me? We have some KYC objects, like from the client profile side, identification document. Maybe it's a driving license, maybe it's an Aadhaar card, or maybe it's an SSN number. Know your customer, education achievements. Why we need this? Based on some of these education achievements as well, we might say that okay, this guy can be eligible for some of these loans. Employment history. And we can manage the financial goals of our customer. And I want to see the assets and liabilities. What are they mortgage, lend, are taking money from us, or the loans. We can build the leads and opportunities as while discussing with the customer, we might get some leads. What are their needs in future? Maybe based on the financial goals. All these things flows back to the leads and the opportunities. And from there, again, our sales team can work behind the scenes. Not only the person who called or whom you are interacting, because you have the relationship with all other details, you might create very well an opportunity for some other account as well. As a banker, you got a good information about some other account already. Again, I will pause a bit here, and before moving to the personal accounts. Any questions, Kishore, so far? Let me see if I have. Kishore, any questions here? Okay, would like to understand use case for insurance policies and financial account objects with record type insurance policy. Insurance, I will be covering a few more slides are there. I will be covering that one. So please hold on to that question. If I have not answered, maybe you can refer back again. That's perfectly fine. Can you name few top companies that are using Salesforce Financial Services Cloud? Anyone in India? Probably you might have observed IDFC First Bank recently started using this financial services cloud. So that's the major logo for us in India, but definitely in the worldwide we have many. And all,
Raja,
yeah.
there is one more big question.
Mm-hmm.
So I will ask that question. So
Yeah,
yeah,
please.
we have given FSC standard permission set, but
Mm-hmm.
ARC Financial Service Cloud component is not visible. When added on page, it shows error. You can't view this component. Your Salesforce admin can help with that. How can you solve it?
Yeah, it looks like some issue with the permissions or the licensing internally. Always these kind of things you can reach out to the support always. They will give you the right answer on this.
Cool. One more question. So how are these information getting into the systems? So are we having any integrations with the bank statements or any other kind of government database?
Yes, I have not talked. We have a huge deck around the MuleSoft as well. Purposefully, I have limited my slides to 100 here today. But definitely there is a lot of integration goes behind the scenes, because each and every bank, probably you might be knowing, they bare minimum they will come up with a core banking system. That's one thing which probably you might be knowing, that a lot of Indian companies are using Finacle, Indian banks, and again you have the Oracle banking as well, banking solution for core banking, and different other core banking solutions as well, like Guidewire or some of the other things as well. Even Encino is one, not the core banking, but Encino has some point solutions again on top of Salesforce itself. And it's not just the core banking, right? When it comes to the bank, you have a lot of different things like loan processing systems. For in India, it's gold loans are pretty common, which is not there as a specific point solution in financial services cloud. But somebody might already, some partner might be working on this, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a lot of different things comes into picture. Integration is I see it's a must, but how you are going ahead with the integration, is it a point-to-point integration, or again a MuleSoft or something like that? It's again open for discussion. But as the Salesforce platform, we support all these kind of different integrations here too.
So there's one more question. Again, it is answered, Shrikant. Individual data is security matter. How do we collect the sensitive information? Again, it is a MuleSoft and then integration purpose question. So one more question from Krishan. How these information coming in SFE, SFC, FSC? So these all goals relationship in other tab info.
Okay, there are again multiple ways, right? For example, if it is a wealth management, usually these guys are high net worth individuals. For example, even you might have got calls from different Kotak Wealth Management or ICICI Wealth Management. Usually, what they do is they call you. Once you are set up as a customer, during the setup process, some of the information they might have already collected from you. Maybe it's a manual entry, or maybe it's a document you are filling out, or maybe some iPad they are taking and while filling itself. But definitely you are filling that information through somehow they are getting the information from all these things. And once you are a customer, they definitely usually, if it is a wealth management, they will conduct a annual review or quarterly review of your wealth management and everything. During that process, some of these things might be a manual entries, and some level of automation you can do based on the documents you have provided. If that is the case, what automation, again, as a developer, you need to think about all those different scenarios. But as you are seeing here, usually the wealth management is mostly the manual entry kind of stuff initially, the profile side.
Yeah. So one more question. It is a follow-up question as well with Manasa and Neha. So how is NBA determined? So is it through HPS, sales cadence, or something similar?
uh,
Next best action.
no, that is fine. What are the other two acronyms I have not heard
So
of?
is it through HBS, sales cadence, or something else?
Okay.
How
Okay.
how it is determined? Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. I am just getting the disturbance here. My daughter is behind me. I will stop her for some time while talking. Yeah, give me a minute.
By then, guys, how is session going on? So you guys are loving it. You guys are, or you guys are looking for more information or anything else? How is it going on? Please tweet out. That is also one major thing, because from your tweets, other people who haven't attended, they can learn something out of it. That's it. There's nothing else for us in terms of tweeting it.
Yeah, from the NBA side, again, if you have seen the next best action earlier, I have presented with some of the partners some workbooks as well. Along with the workbook we have presented. If you want to learn something more about the NBA, definitely I can send you that workbook if still available. That's one thing. And usually how the NBA gets populated. Again, NBA is part of like the Einstein next best action. We are positioning as Einstein next best action. It lends from your data, what the data is available in the system. and we can build some strategies around the next best action. And based on those strategies, the system will understand and provides you the right offers.
Yeah. So Neha, again, so Raja will have the workbook shared, so you can look into it. If you have any questions, again, you can reach out to Raja, and he will answer it once he is free.
Yeah, just type in maybe sfdc.co/nba workbook. I think I remember that one. Just try it out if you can download that workbook. And again, this is I have not recently tested from the last 2 or 3 releases on that workbook, but you
Yeah.
can
So
just try it out here.
one more question from Vikram. So if specific wealth management company want to use this model and they don't own a banking system, then what integration is available and how bank will provide this info? How to manage it smoothly?
Okay, see again, when it comes to the integration, right, always they have a lot of different systems. It's not just the wealth management from the Salesforce side. So Salesforce side, it's only the customer profile or the customer experience side we are talking about. But behind the scenes, there will be definitely, they might come up with some or the other system behind the scenes. I'm not sure exactly wealth managers, what all the systems they are using. And again,
It goes
yeah.
on company to company.
Yes, again. So just check with those companies as well. If you are an architect, you need to understand the landscape of different systems that particular company is going to have. And accordingly, you can suggest. But the way Salesforce we are positioning always is the customer experience side. That's a CRM side we are talking about. Customer is our center.
So one more question: where will be store the identification documents? Do we need to use any third party tool?
Uh, in Salesforce as well, you can store these documents. But the thing is, again, depends on the space or depending upon document management systems they have. Both are possibles. Both are possible. In the Salesforce files you can store, or maybe you can store in some other third-party system. Both are possibilities here.
Okay. So are there any integration built up to get customer data in FSC? That has been answered. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also get personal information from golden sources like TransUnion, Experian, etc. Depending upon the type of data we want to get.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a question or was it a suggestion?
Yeah, usually you get from the third parties as well. For example, if it is a business, right, you
Okay, it was
generally
a
get
question. Yeah.
a DNB as well. And if it is a personal, yes, TransUnion, or maybe in India, it's called CIBIL record, right? CIBIL,
Stable data.
yeah, CIBIL data, whatever it is you get. So this is possibility, definitely. And you might have to integrate with their systems and periodically access their systems to get the information.
Okay, so can you please help us workbook? Kishore, can you please help us workbook on this, please? Okay, I still did not get that. Okay, complaints.
I just kept it till the end.
Yeah. So that should be okay. So one more question for from Vikram. So financial data can't be moved out of country as most of the country rules. How it is handled in FSC as a cloud app? Yeah, correct.
Okay, this is again goes back to the data center, what we are going to have. Again, this is a forward-looking statement. And some countries, we have the data centers, and in Australia, for example, we are running, some of the products are running on the AWS as well. So in India, I'm not as of today, we don't have the data center, but in future, yes. And again, will it runs on the AWS? Probably not immediately, but yes, the idea, if you see, I'm not sure anybody might have attended these Trailer DX events on the how the behind the scenes, some of the recordings on the behind the scenes or whatever it is. Usually the idea of is to run Salesforce, maybe depending upon these compliance issues, to help them to get out of these compliance issues. But in India, to answer you, immediately I don't have full answer how much data we can store in externally or how much data we can store in India. Again, just check with the account managers, because what happens is if it is legally not supported, definitely they will not position in India altogether.
Cool. Guys, if you want NBA workbook, Soumya has put up a link on chat, so you can look into it. And Didi, I request everyone who is answering a question, please make it all panelists and attendees so that others can see. Okay. Yeah, Raja, you can carry on.
Yep. Are we good on the time? I think we have already used a lot of time, and still I'm seeing 30 slides only we have covered. Let's see.
20. No worries. Probably we can
Yeah.
session two. Yeah, that is also fine. We can take a continuous session as well.
Okay, next is the person accounts we talk about. And so far, if you are working in the Salesforce, probably we all know about account and contact. So what is this person account altogether, from where it's coming up? So person account is to support the B2C customers. What happens in the B2C? For example, you are the customer. As an individual customer, you have a banking account in a bank, for example, ICICI Bank. You are an individual customer, not a business account and the contacts, multiple contacts, right? So if the bank can manage you as a single entity, it will be easier for them to access your information and everything. So especially in the B2C area, we have introduced this a account record type as a person account, which is a combination of account and contact information both together. So you can enable this if it is a B2C domain of your client is operating in a B2C domain, you can enable this. And please note, once it's enabled, usually most of these things, once enabled, you cannot undo at all. So just check with those things. And again, by all these opportunities, activities, cases, and campaigns, everything refers to the person account as if it's a single entity, as if it's a single object. We have a person account data model, which is the client object in the FSC. So nothing, you can see this is nothing, client is nothing but a person account with a record type of account. Simple as that. And just to give you some background, earlier we have started off with the individual account as well. So going forward, we strongly discourage using the individual account and move them to this person account side. So all the roadmap or internal things are all the features are getting enabled on this person account going forward, not on the individual object. So just check with that. That's a backward issue. Some companies might be using it still. And I have talked about the households, relationships, maps, and the roll-ups. So you can see how these relationships are maintained. We have account and contact relationship object. This is a standard object. And we have a custom object, account and account relationship object, and we have another one, contact and contract relationship object. And we do have reciprocal role custom object as well. On the screen, you just saw a map, a simple map with all the fancy stuff earlier when I have presented the relationship map. But how it is happening behind the scenes is based on these objects. So you have a lot of work as a developer. Of course, most of stuff is here is a configuration, but yeah, again, depends. And we have seen live events as well. What is a live event? We have already discussed, or a milestone event. If it is a business, we call it as a business milestone instead of live event. We already have some information. What is the live event? And why we need to capture that as well. We have seen that in the console, right? So all these things help the wealth advisor or the banker or the insurance agent to understand your profile better. For example, they are calling you on your, maybe they can call you on your birthday itself to wish you. Or once you are graduated, maybe they can think, okay, you might be starting into a job, or you might be venturing into a business. They can understand few things like this. Once you have the job, they might be thinking, a lot of people will try to, in India as well, right? We try to settle down, we might get married, or maybe we might be saying, okay, I need to buy a house. Now I have a job, I need a house. So that triggers another offer internally. Maybe this guy is looking for a home loan. Can I give them better offer? Or maybe this guy is looking for a car loan. Now he has a job. How I can support him with the loans I can provide to him. So I can also get benefited internally, right? That's my revenue stream. So all these life events or the business milestones help in building the customer profile. Whenever you call the banker or the wealth advisor, when they have all this information, while they can, by seeing your profile, they can easily talk with you as if you have already you have a trusted bond with the customer. You might be dealing with 200 customers. It's impossible for you to have everything on your fingertips, right? So whenever you're calling, if you have everything in your console view, it's very, very easy for you to talk with the customer and relate what they are talking as well. That's the biggest problem I am seeing nowadays when you are reaching out to a call center. A lot of times they don't know who you are. Some of the life events might be repeated as well. For example, purchasing a vehicle. Yes, it can be a repeated event. You can have one more time. And it all supports with some icon. So it's easy for you. The moment you see this event, you can immediately recognize, okay, this is the job, this is a graduation, or this is a birthday, or this is the anniversary, or something like that. So the next topic is the insurance. I will again pause for a few minutes for any questions so far.
Yeah, so one question is like, after policy is sold before final delivery, compliance department works on various rules, regulations, checking. So can FSC be used going through this compliance steps done through different department?
You can do that. See, it's all how much customization you can do, or you have some third-party solutions already available in the market. So it's like a buy West build, but by default, this entire end-to-end process is not there. You need to build that one either through some of these automation tools, or maybe through a third-party solution already you have in place. Take for example, what I heard was Bajaj Finance. They have behind the scenes, they are using some small third-party app to verify your CIBIL report and based on your Aadhaar card, and instantly approving your loan while you are in the retail store itself. Some of these loans they are giving you instantly. So these things, I heard that's some Salesforce third-party app already. So some of these things might be again available in the market. Just always it goes back to the buy West build. You decide how you want it. But as we have developers like you can build anything is possible in the platform. But out of box, that feature might not be there.
Okay, so one more question. So by using FSC, we can access anywhere because it is cloud. How currency will be changed from country to country from the finance perspective? Yeah, you can use multi-currency for that.
Yes, that's right.
And one more question: life events are standard, or we can customize it?
They are standard available, but how far you can customize, I think there might be few limitations, but some of the things can be customized. The full details you can see in the Financial Services Cloud Developer Guide. You can see what level of customization you can do.
Okay, so one more question: is client consent is taken before storing all this information, since these are all very sensitive?
Yes, you need to take that as well. It's again as part of the customer onboarding. These are all the standard things.
Okay, so one last question. So is attorney legal approval and action items, legal actions, etc. is available in FSC doc verification too? That is again implementations.
Yeah, is that all, Kishore?
Sorry, Raja?
Is that all or any other questions we have?
No, one more question I have asked. So is attorney legal approvals and action items, I mean legal actions, etc. Is it available in FSC, including doc verification?
Again, I see multiple questions on this one. One is what level of access the attorney can get it. So that's one thing. So you can build the relationship using account contact or account relationships based on what level this person is there, and provide the information to the attorney as required. But from the documentation purpose, again, we have document tracking available that is available in the system. But again, multiple third-party systems might be looking at integration level as well. You need to think about all those things.
Okay, so how velocity implemented project be a project for FSC implementation? Okay, let's drop that. So why is that whenever we relate one account with other, related role has to be there, and with one role, inverse role always has to be created? So why is that way?
Okay, a lot of these questions will automatically get answered once you go through the workbook. So I will leave it to you. So it's easy for you to understand once you play around with the system.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
And let's move to the insurance side. So from insurance standpoint, again, we just learned about retail and the retail banking side and the wealth management side. And from the insurance side, for example, what exactly is happening from the insurance side? So let's see what I need from the insurance side. From insurance side, for example, you are a customer. I want to understand again my customer's profile so that I can provide you the better experience in other policies or any other things like that. See, everything in the Salesforce revolves around the customer and how better I can help my customer and how better I can get the revenue out of my customer as well using different things. For example, you are a insurance policy holder, one policy holder. Take for example, car insurance. What are the other things I can sell to you? Maybe the life insurance, or maybe personal accident insurance, or maybe health insurance, or maybe something home insurance or renter insurance, something like that. So how I will get to know, the more I know about my customer, the better I can position these kind of information. Otherwise, you will end up doing the random calls like how our bankers are doing today in India. To support this, we have the productivity tools, different tools available, and claims and processes. We are providing the insurance agent console. Of course, we know the lightning flow supports, and we do have the live events. And of course, nothing customer 360 we have, and we are providing the insurance agent portal as well in across the board, across the global, if you see insurance agents or might be a third party guys who wants to need some data about the policy holders. So these are the different tools available for us. With all these things, we are trying to provide a combination of a product which can solve the issues from the employee side and from the customer side and the agent side as well. Lightning flows, you already aware of what is a lightning flows. You can build, there is a flow builder available. So with the flows, you can use the change beneficiary, for example, which can guide the experience for the agents. For example, you are calling the call center or the agent saying that, okay, I need to change the beneficiary. They can just click on this particular flow and initiate the process. Or initiate first notice of loss. For example, you are calling the customer care saying that, okay, I met with an accident with my car and I need to claim that. This is usually we call, a lot of us might have called for this one. Some of these things, some of these flows are already out of box available, and some, of course, as a developer, you can build and tweak them as needed. And again, from the insurance use case standpoints, there are multiple use cases are there in the insurance standpoint. This is take, for example, this is the policy holder and the customer service representative journey. And you can see in this single screenshot, multiple other systems are getting interacted. So this is only the representative purpose, of course, but you will understand how this journey is looking like. Maybe you might be thinking, okay, I have just called the call center and that's it, happened, everything magically. But behind the scenes, a BA might have designed the system in such a way, or the technical are designed in such a way that it interacts all the different pieces together and get your job done. And capability point of sale, for example, the auto generation, generation of auto quote. How I can generate an auto quote. So these are the initiation is happening from the agent console, and behind the scenes, again, a third party system might be there, which can decide on the premium based on multiple factors. The premium is decided usually based on your age, based on your gender, based on from which location you are calling, or maybe based on the color of the car as well sometimes. So a lot of different permutations and combinations goes behind the scene. All this data, all those decisions comes from your core insurance system. But you are interacting that one with that system and getting the final quote from there. For example, maybe you might have already used the Policy Bazaar in India. You just feed some data, it gets the quotes behind the scenes by getting connected to the multiple systems, multiple companies. Another similar one like auto quote, you have the live quote. Again, here a lot of different things goes into picture. We will give even the blood test samples and everything, right? While taking the life insurance. Similarly, there are a lot of different things goes in. They will not just give you the coverage limit, or they will not just give you 1 crore policy directly to you. They will verify your job, your net worth, and accordingly they will provide you the life insurance. And some of the personas, let's see some of the personas here. Again, we have few personas. Rachel Adams, she already has a home and auto policy holder with a specific company, Cumulus Insurance. And again, convenience is main important for them. They want to use through the mobile app or guided, and she's tech savvy. So from behind the scenes, we have an agent, Sebastian, who is managing different things, but at the same time, he wants to keep the customer happy. Let's talk about the insurance data model here. So you can see a big data model. Now you will understand slowly it's getting complex, the FSC. So you see different policy level data model available here. And again, we have so far, I think till last release, we have 17 insurance specific entities in the objects available. And I see velocity is going to play a major role going forward in this insurance area as well. So again, it's a forward-looking statement. After the acquisition, I am still complete integration is not happened with velocity, but my guess is here you will see a lot of traction around insurance. We have multiple data objects, objects available for the insurance policy, and to manage the data about the customer property and insurance policy assets, the coverage types, and whether it's a policy is a home, annuity, or the auto or life insurance, different types of it. And insurance policy participant, what is the relationship on this particular policy? Is it a beneficiary or is it a primary insurer, or what is that? So you can see, or maybe the attorney, as you just mentioned earlier, somebody mentioned about it. And again, the insurance policies and the personal life events, maybe you can correlate some of these things and get those things. For example, the moment in the life event, they have the job, and now maybe this is the time for you to sell the life event. It's a life event for you, and at the same time for insurer, this is a good thing for them to sell the life insurance policy, maybe increase it, top up with the existing life insurance, because they already started earning some money, so obviously their net worth is increased. So how I can correlate with this actions? So each life event might trigger behind the scenes some actions, so which can benefits my company. So again, the producer is nothing but an agent internally, or the brokerage firm contact. And the policy coverage, what is that I am going to cover under this particular policy? Some details, limits. If it is an auto insurance, whether the roadside assistance is covered, or maybe what are the limits I am going to, okay, 100 kilometers I am covering, beyond the 100 kilometers, this is chargeable for something like that. Or maybe some statuses you have, like the entitlement coverages, you might be having a different types of coverages, silver, gold policy, or whatever it is. And different claim related objects are also available here. As you can see, you have claim related objects. For example, you have a casualty claim or the property claim, some flood insurance or whatever you have, and you need to claim those insurance details. You can claim, and what is the claim participant as well under that particular claim. And credential entity will store the licenses or the personal education or the awards or whatever it is. So the next topic is service flows for insurance. Already we have talked about the flows, different flows available here. So this is nothing but the lightning flows, which we are out of box, we are providing some of these things for you. So assume that, for example, you need to change the address. this flow can be launched, and the agent can quickly fill this information. Or maybe if the flows are enabled from the community side itself, the customer themselves can add some of this data and send it for approval internally for data verification or the document verification, and automatically it is assigned to somebody else from the business BPO agent who can verify the data and approve this. And some of these things are the flows by default out of box comes up with out of box comes, and some of course you are well versed and you can build the better flows as well from the platform side. So this is how one example, someone asked about how to integrate different pieces together. As you see in this data, you have a MuleSoft in this particular system, and multiple other systems it's getting connected to the MuleSoft. Initiation is happening one place, but to the MuleSoft you are getting connected with the other teams. So this is a list of the different flows, service flows, which can be utilized. Out of box, these are coming up, and of course you can add more and more as needed. And recent release, one of these releases, we have this distributed performance management also comes up with the insurance, and basically they comes with the performance dashboard built based on the analytics tool. So next, before moving to the next topic, action plans, any questions so far?
I have one question, Raja.
Mm-hmm.
So, individual object is also used to capture GDPR related consent info as well.
Mm-hmm.
Will percent account cater GDPR requirement as well?
I think yes, but even if it is not as of now, definitely it's going to be in the roadmap. My assumption on this one is going forward, all the support happens on this person account, and individual account type we are phasing out kind of thing. So for the new ones, for the new implementation, it's a straightforward answer, go with the person account. For the existing clients, we might need some migration path.
Okay, one more question. So, would like to understand use case for insurance policies and financial account objects with record type insurance policy.
Can you repeat the question again? It looks like very broad.
Yeah, would like to understand use case for insurance policies and financial account objects with record type insurance policy.
So insurance is again, we have a different record insurance accounts, right? Basically, this all comes under the financial accounts. You have the insurance policies. You are purchasing different insurance policies: auto loan, home loan, not the loans, auto insurance, home insurance, or personal insurance, life insurance, a lot of different things. See, everything boils down to a specific financial account. So just check what are the record types under the financial account while creating it. There are 11 record types available. Just check it out once. And along with the workbook, you can see all these fine details. And the developer reference guide also provides you what all the records are in each objects available for you.
Okay. So do we have any seamless intelligent integration APIs available for healthcare underwriter, and also there is a standard field to store customers' health records in Salesforce?
Okay. Customer health records comes under Health Cloud, not on the financial services. So again, there are a lot of different compliance things comes into picture, and of course some standard integrations are also available as well. Just maybe that's not relevant for this financial services stuff.
Okay, so one more question. Does insurance comes up with pre-built FSA managed package, or it is an add-on?
Okay, the moment you install the FSC stuff or you enable this FSC stuff, you get all this information like the one managed package and 5 unmanaged package. Everything will come into your system. As again, based on the permission set license, you can utilize or not utilize. But again, once you have the core license, everything is available for you.
Okay, so are the service flows included in the package which can be activated on need
That's
basis?
yes,
Or,
that's right. They already comes up as part of the package.
cool. Yeah, that's it, Raja.
So action plans. What is the action plan? So if especially I have seen some civil guys in this one, you might have already aware of it. Activities get automatically populated based on some certain conditions. So you have some action templates behind the scene. What if a client is onboarding? What all the activities need to be performed? 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the things, and whom this activity needs to be assigned. At the same time, for example, insurance claims processing. The moment the customer initiates some insurance claim process, what are the steps I need to take behind the scenes? All those things comes as part of action plans. You can automate in a single place and it automatically initiate that action plan to create these kind of activities in a specific timely manner. So action plans is again included as part of the licenses. So just you need to, I think you need to give the permission set. You need to give the permission set to give the action, access the action plans. That's it. So what all the things goes behind the scenes when you are trying to create the action plans? First thing is, of course, you need to create the action plans and you need to execute those action plans based on certain conditions. And if required, you need to expand the capabilities. Maybe, for example, you need to give the approval process or something. So all those comes into picture in the action plans. So you can see some of the data here, how we are going to create. This is the action plan template. And you can create the action plan template along with the different subjects and priority. Here you can see with the different subject and different priority levels, you can create this action plan template. And once it's ready, you can click on the publish template. So that's it's available for you to utilize this one. And you can assign the attributes as well for some automation. What is the due date, for example, days, or who is I need to assign this, or is it a specific user or maybe a role specific thing. So some of these things for activity level, you can specify that. And from the employee side, the moment you create, you click on this new plan, automatically all the activities comes under particular for the specific client context. So for example, you created you clicked on a new action plan and specified the template as annual plan review. All the actions, all the activities associated with that action plan review will be populated for that particular customer. You can see these activities in the console or the activity area, new task or wherever it is, the next steps, what are coming up or what is completed. You can see some of these things based on the filters available, next steps. And our final topic is mortgage and lending. So mortgage means we are giving the loan against some security. For example, it's a gold. You are taking a gold ornament and providing them and giving it to the banker and saying that taking the loan against that particular thing. And similarly, the home loan is also the similar way. You are keeping the home as a security and taking the loan on that. Same thing goes with your car as well. Actual car is registered under the name of that bank, and you are taking the loan on that particular car. Even though it's yours, the line holder will be the bank on that. After paying everything amount, that becomes completely yours. You will again send it to the RTO and get on your name fully, removing that line holder. So mortgage and lending also we support in this FSC. Again, the same set of different issues we have. We might have faced a lot of things, right? While taking the loan, an average it takes is a 46 days. And you might have seen a lot of times your home loans takes longer duration, a month, 2 months or 3 months as well. They might ask a number of questions, a lot of different things. These are all reduces the customer satisfaction, how quickly you can provide them. So again, as simple, if you can make it possible, that's better. Especially some of the point solution providers across the world, like take for example, any small companies who is giving a specific loan, for example, HDFC home loan, only specific area they are operating in. They have more expertise and more faster than compared to your legacy banks. How? Because they have the point solutions behind the scenes to help with these kind of things. In simple essence, if you can make the process simpler, if you can make the things simpler for the customer, the better customer expectation is. And the same thing goes with your agents or the loan officers internally as well. As simple as you make them, it becomes so easy for them. So take here in this example, from lead to the underwriting. Underwriting is nothing but how much risk I have on this particular customer and whether I need to provide the loan to him or not, and what percentage I need to give it to them. So these are the things, some of the things which helps both sides, from the customer side and from the internal employee side as well. So you can build a relationship with the customer in a way that it's smooth, and you can do more business with that particular customer going forward. So with the help of this financial services cloud, we come up with all these different things. We can build the personalized journeys. We have the broker and broker portal, borrower and broker portal. Based on the communities, we can build that. And standard also, some standard communities are also available, and the licensing is also already we have seen that community license, customer community plus license earlier. So with the help of all these platform tools, different things available, we can make it better. This is one of the guided flow for the loan application. Mortgage flows are also available standard, and some of these things are already available as part of the package. They come up and you can originate those things from your console. And this is a document tracking and approvals. This also we can do it as part of the document tracking. We can build the document checklist, and we can manage the approval management, and the borrower also can upload the documents from the community portal and everything. We have built a specific portals for borrower and broker portals. Brokers are nothing but the agents, what we have, third-party agents or whoever it is, and the borrower is nothing but the person who is taking the loans or whatever it is. For both, we have different portals available. And the data model. Again, we have the data model, standard objects and the base platform objects. And as mentioned, base platform objects earlier as well, they will be enabled based on the permission sets. So no need to have, they don't come with the packages. It's already available in the system. So these are the different mortgage and lending specific objects. You can see the residential loan application. For example, in this screen, you can see the residential loan application, who is the loan applicant, on all the different kind of data we need to store under this particular loan application. Thus helps in getting the full data around the customer. Some of the examples: borrower upload from their portal. The borrower can upload the documents and what is in the to-dos and checklist. They can upload from there. And for example, you have your pay slips. They are asking you to upload the pay slips and everything. From the loan officer side, whether you can approve or decline that particular thing, or if it is declining, what is the reason, approving, what are the approval comments or whatever it is, you can upload those things. And again, document tracking and approvals is a document checklist. Settings are available. You need to enable this document checklist settings, and then this particular feature is available. And of course, for every release, we are coming up with a lot of features specific to the financial services industry. And even I have not seen the summer 20 release highlights yet, but yeah, yes, you will always see a lot of different things coming up in the financial services cloud. And the final topic is a referral management. Referral management is just how I am going to manage my leads or the opportunities. What are my customer needs and how I can build the loyalty. So if you're going into the employee side, it's nothing but the leads and the opportunities. So accordingly, I can continuously provide the services or the products what my customer needs. You can create a referral from a new button from expressed interest, so that you can manage all those referrals in a single place, so that your agent will be able to provide the better insights to the customer. This is one of the example. And the lightning scheduler, as the name suggests, this is a scheduling tool available. Why we need the scheduling capability? For example, you need, as a banker, you need to have a appointment with a specific customer in a mutually agreed manner. So where are you going to manage all this data? Of course, you can use a separate things like a Google Calendar or some other calendar, but the moment you are going to the other place, obviously it becomes difficult for you to manage. So that's the reason we are providing this tool for you to provide the inbound and outbound scheduling both together. Maybe you need to reach to the customer and do that, or maybe the customer is coming to your bank. You can schedule it, you can take an appointment. This appointment management can be done through the Lightning Scheduler. And sometimes there might be a confusion on the field service Lightning as well here in this place. So the difference between the field service Lightning and Lightning Scheduler is the Lightning Scheduler we are proposing for a simple use case where you have a single person, the banker or the agent assigned specific guy is going and working on a specific customer. Whereas the the FSL is a more complex use case, which takes into consideration a lot of different use cases, permutations, combinations altogether to provide you the right appointment. So in simple essence, for industry clouds, this lightning scheduler is enough for the financial services cloud usually, because the person visiting to the branch, or you are doing some virtual call or something like that. As we just mentioned about the communities, you can build the specific company cloud portals or the websites for the communities. Its possibility on some of those things are already available, comes as part of the financial services cloud as well. And of course, as a developer, you can also build those things. For insurance agent portal, we have, for borrower portal, we have, and the brokers also, we have a separate portal. And there are different flows available here, which can be exposed to the community side. And this is one of the independent insurance agent portal. So this is the slide. If you are a partner, you have different different places available for all these things for you. I know most of you might be working on a partner's specific partner. Maybe one or two customers might be there in today's call, but usually mostly the partner. So always I suggest you to get the partner community access, and we do have the different learning paths available. So learning path, you can just mention the learning path, you can get those details. And we have a financial services cloud experts charter group. Please join the charter group in the community. From there you can access all the different things. And the workbook, this is the sfdc.co/fs workbook. You can download this workbook and play around with the system. The 30 days trial period comes with this, and accordingly you can play around with this. So Kishore, any specific questions, let me know, and I keep this slide for some time so that everybody can download it.
Yeah, so I have one question that is very big, I think so. Uh, is there any loan calculator available in FSC? Payment schedules, EMI, dishonest non-payment?
No, we don't have, I think.
Okay,
I have
so
not heard of it. Yeah, I don't think we have.
follow up now. Can we customize the non-payment amount to be adjusted by types? Adjust in next payment, create new payment at the end of cycle?
Usually adjustments you can initiate, of course, the same as some task or something you will be initiating from here. But again, these calculations on all these insurance payments and everything happens in the core system. So
Okay.
from the Salesforce side, you are just initiating.
Or any other type of this where we can make it custom?
Any of these things, for example, any charges and the fees, you have an object for the charges and fees, right? You can do that through these things. But my point is, it's an initiation. We are doing it from here, but all the calculations and everything happens behind the scenes in the core systems, like insurance or whatever it is.
Okay. So for loan initialize, that time can we check the eligibility criteria, functionality, credit score, any other functionalities?
Yes, you can check that one. And again, it's
Just
the
provide it.
initiation and behind the scenes. Yeah, a lot of things goes back, right? For example, take for example Aadhaar card verification. You will connect with the government of India's site and get that authentication happens back.
Yeah. So
So a
could
lot
you,
of integration points will come into picture for any of these kind of things.
so yes. So is there any IoT kind of stuff, fingerprint, biometric, retina scans, integration available with FSC,
By default, no.
and you can integrate it?
Yes, the same thing.
Yeah. So referral and LOS refers to new leads or the existing ones or the both?
Both. You can use the new and existing as well for both.
Okay. So any new bold templates being provided for FSC?
Bold template, I have not heard of it. Anything newly coming up?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
from the community standpoint, we are undergoing a lot of changes coming up right now. New CMS content management system is also coming up. A lot of different things are coming up from the community side. So tune on to maybe you can join the partner communities and see anything coming up on that. And we do have if you are a partner, we do have a partner calendar available. Again, the short link I will tell you, sfdc.co/GTC, where you can see all the partner community events happening in the India for this one.
Okay. So one more question. Can you go to previous slide?
Okay. Is this the links one you're talking?
I think this will not work unless we post the links. Probably
Yes,
they will
not
go.
all links are required for you. All I'm saying is there is a FSC expert charter group in the partner community. If you are a partner, join through that one. And maybe one or two might be the customer side, and always check with your account manager. They will give you a lot of different material for you.
Okay. So what about the job opportunities in FSC? In India and other outside India?
It depends on what role you are in, especially if you are a developer. Of course, development side, you are the platform guy. Uh, Irrespective of whatever your the work you are doing, but having any expertise in the upcoming things, you will be the first person to be reached out usually in your companies. So again, everything is built on the service cloud and the sales cloud. As long as you have the functional knowledge, it becomes easy for you. And outside also, I see in North America, I see a lot of opportunities on the financial services cloud than in India specific market. Of course, most of you might be working on the global side, not in the India specific market.
Okay, so any other certifications coming up for
Okay, certifications, we don't have any immediate certification, but in immediate, I am seeing one thing is the super badge coming up with the financial services cloud. Of course, again, the forward looking statement, but certifications, I'm not surprised if anything coming up in these certifications as well, because after the acquisitions of Velocity, it might come as a consultant certification, not definitely as a developer certification.
Yeah. So one more question: is it as advisable to install FSC in an existing org which has been almost used 10 years with lots of customization, or would it be better to consider unmanaged package with an extension?
Okay, there are both pros and cons on using the existing and going to a greenfield implementation. So both sides you need to think about it, especially when you want a single org versus multi-org installation. There are a lot of things goes back in the mind. But if you ask me, it is always simple to start off with a fresh new instance. But again, both pros and cons you need to verify always.
Okay, so do you okay, how can FSC accreditation can be achieved?
Okay, FSC accreditation is only for the partners, and for the partners, we are coming up with the plan maybe sometime in August. I am planning to conduct one session. Myself and Catherine from my global enablement team will come up and present that. But we are coming up with that as well sometime in August timeframe. But definitely all the partners will be invited for that.
Cool. So yeah,
But
if
this is
you're
nothing not equivalent to a certification as such. Accreditation is just for the internal reference side. That's it.
yeah. So one more thing, do you think Velocity will merge with FSC? Velocity is
Most probable scenario, because you might have heard of it, right? Publicly available news. So I'm talking Velocity CEO is now the industry cloud CEO globally. So that clearly sends a signal that something that all these industry clouds will start utilizing the Velocity things as well. Whatever the Velocity innovations they have they have done so far. Especially if you are a Velocity developer, you might have heard of few things like Data Raptor, Omnichannel, not Omnichannel, Omniscript, Data Raptor, and the CPQ side. So obviously, when we buy something, definitely that's plan will be the merging and try to see how better we can merge both the products that already our product managers might be started working on it. Definitely, if you are a Velocity developer, you have a larger advantage here, I say.
Okay. So does FSA offer loan origination solution similar to Encino?
Loan origination system we don't have, right? Here, it's all about the flows we have right now in the loan side. And Encino has a specific point solutions which can do the entire end-to-end solution altogether. So if you want to have a point solution, definitely Encino can do that better, I think.
Cool. So yeah, we will have trivia now. It has been like 1:15, so let's have trivia, guys. So hope you all are ready for this to grab certification vouchers.
First of all, I have not created any questions as such, but I will try to ask you the questions on the go.
Yeah, so I asked Raja just 5 minutes back to find some questions, and then we thought of giving cert vouchers. So yeah, here it goes. Like, so we'll ask 5 questions, and in that 5 questions, three will be simple, and two will be difficult. I'm repeating 5 questions. Three will be simple, two will be difficult, and the 2 questions which are difficult will get cert vouchers. One is that, and 3 questions which are like simple, you will get virtual hugs, high fives, everything. Okay. So the rules is like, once Raja is finished with his question, so you will just have to raise your hand, have an emoji, or just type me in your in this chat. Okay. So only then we will recognize who is the first one to raise their hands or type in saying that you want to answer, like me. So we will tell their name, and then we will open up the voice for them, and then voice chat, and then they can answer it. So one is that. So it is pretty difficult in virtual, so we will have to manage all these play arounds, and then we have to do it. So yeah, second one is, if you guys type me before Raja ends the question, so you will have to end the question and you will have to answer it. If the question is wrong, if the question is wrong, so you will get again a virtual high fives and then virtual hugs. Okay. So
Yeah.
again, the opportunity goes to the next one. So make sure you all listen to the question carefully and then answer it. So yeah, Raja. So first question will be the easiest one, a trial and error method. So guys,
Okay.
one more thing. If you see like almost 15, 20 me's or hands ups, emojis, there is no way to answer a single person. Yeah, I mean, like you have to raise your hand first. I mean, type something in chat and then we will open it up. That's it. So, yeah. So, again, this is a demo purpose. If you see 15 or 10 hands ups, please stop typing me or typing or giving a hand emoji, because we will have to see the next questions as well. So, yeah, Raja, go ahead. First question will be the simple one.
Yeah. First of all, sorry for this, guys. I should have got a separate polling tool or the quiz tool like a Kahoot or something. But even if we are in the process of getting one, I know this is slightly little weird thing, but yeah, we are
Kahoot,
also.
we were used to Kahoot
Mhm.
because it was free that time. Now it is like paid one.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, because even internally to get a new tool, right, we need to get a lot of security approvals and permissions for acquiring a new thing. So it is taking some time, but definitely maybe for next session, I will come up with one. But
Yeah.
for now, just I know it's not a scientific way of choosing the right guy, or maybe Kishore will decide who is going to get it.
No, it is again first come, first serve. That's
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So even in our in-person meets, you know how people crazily answer it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's do it in virtual world as well. So yeah, Raja, go ahead.
Okay. The first question,
Is the simple one.
simplest one, right?
Yeah.
What is FSC stands for?
Okay, so David. Okay, so we need to have a couple of guys. Someone answered it. Kishore Financial Service Cloud. Field Service Cloud. No, it is not field service. It is not financial. There are a couple of answers. Yeah, it is Financial Services Cloud.
Yeah,
That is,
the answer is financial services cloud, not the financial service also. It's a financial services cloud basically.
yeah. So, okay. Yeah, second question, the difficult one. Go ahead, Raja.
I will ask the simplest as well, second one as well. Let's
Second
see.
also the simplest. Cool.
Yep. So you have seen the data model, right? The standard objects, and I refer to as BPO, right? What is the BPO stands for?
Okay, wait. Santosh. Let me open up Santosh. Yeah, this is one issue with webinar. Yeah, Santosh, you're unmute. Santosh, you wanna talk?
I want some elaborative answer, not just the abbreviation of this one. I just want some elaborative answer on this
Guys,
data model as well.
Raja is from Salesforce, okay? So it's not like we answer it in college or school.
So maybe you can give it to the next person.
Yeah, Asmat, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so hi Raja.
Hi, Smith.
So base platform object it stands for BPO, and then it comes with the managed package. It stays in the org as long as, or you can say, we can only access it based on the permission set, depending on the permission which you give to user related to insurance or wealth management or whichever data model we try to access.
Yes, but the only thing is, only caveat is it's already available in the system. Only through the permission sets it's available for you. No need the package on these things. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Smith. Yep. And
Guys, one more thing, don't answer it in the chat. Okay, so if you are giving answers out in the chat, then it is like,
somebody else will steal your.
yeah, it is okay. So don't answer it in the chat. I see people answering it. Oh my God, everybody answered. Cool. It is base platform object, not business process organization. Okay, there are a couple of them where I am unmuted, and then you can, yeah, you can, yeah, next question, Raja.
Okay, the next thing, maybe let's make it slightly difficult, right? This side.
So yeah, you tell me, is this a certification voucher question?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, and what all the sub verticals the financial services cloud is available now?
Okay,
If you have referred the agenda slide, you would be able to answer it.
Santosh, yeah, you can talk, Santosh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you, Kishore and Raj, for the wonderful session. And the sub-verticals is wealth management, retail banking, insurance, mortgage and lending. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more.
Like.
So you have answered 3, right? Can you repeat again?
Retail banking, wealth management, mortgage and lending.
Santosh, you are not audible again.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Yeah. It's wealth management.
Wealth management.
Retail
banking. Sorry, what is it?
Okay. Mortgage and lending.
Mortgage
Okay.
and lending, yeah.
And insurance.
Yes.
Insurance.
Insurance. Yes. That's right.
Okay. So he got all the four.
All the four, right? Yep.
Cool. So yeah, Santosh, you can send me a message in Twitter. Okay, I will also keep a note on it, and then you have my ID. So please send me saying that you have won a certification voucher, and then we will give you out. Okay.
Can you just ping the ID?
It is iKishore BT.
Kishore?
BT. So this is my Twitter handle.
Okay.
So you can grab it. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, Kishore.
And thanks for answering. Where are you from?
I'm from Bangalore.
Cool. Yeah, Bangalore guy has won a voucher, $400. So what is that you're going to do with this $400?
I'm just planning to write sharing visibility certification.
Cool. Application architect.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Which company you are working, Santosh?
I'm working for IBM.
Yeah, IBM. Okay.
Yeah. Next question, Raja. Is it going to be a simple one, difficult one?
I will ask a small, difficult one only. This one as well.
The certification voucher. I
Yeah,
am reconfirming it.
as many as you have. I can ask those many.
I am not from Salesforce. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can start up. You can ask this question, certification voucher question. Yeah.
Okay. What are the few different features available in the financial services cloud? I want some lengthy answer on this.
Okay, I see Rajiv, Priyanka. First, Rajiv. Yeah, Rajiv, you are allowed. You can talk now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's customer digital experience, operational efficiencies, compliance, collaboration. Then you have industry data model, relationship intelligence, and integrated business process.
No, these are all the overall functionality available. That's fine, but I am asking a specific features available for financial services cloud across the sub verticals.
Like you have a customer 360.
Yep, customer 360 is fine. Yep. What else? Anything specific to these industry clouds?
Okay, so you're talking about the product.
If you have referred to my package and licensing, or maybe the architecture slide earlier, you can easily figure it out.
Raja, no.
Okay, so you have like okay, so a role-based console app, financial.
Yes. Yep.
Then you have financial cases and alerts, document tracking, guided
Yes. Yep.
residential loan app. Then you have action plan, relationship
Yes.
and builder and map.
Yes. Life events. That's right. Yep. You are almost there. Financial roll-ups.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yep. You
so
did
when
it.
you say when you say the slide name, right? So
They might have taken the photo of it.
Yeah. Then literally people go on Twitter and then they can see it up.
That's fine. As long as you can refer it, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, Rajiv. So you can DM me and then I can give you the voucher out.
Sure.
Okay. So thanks.
To answer Ditu.
I'm muting him. So yeah, what do you do, Rajiv? So what is your experience?
I have 10 plus experience in Salesforce, and I'm working part of Ultimatric India Private Limited.
Okay, cool. So I feel like you are an architect now.
Yeah.
And with $400, what is it you're going to do?
Yeah, I am planning to do some integration architecture certification.
System architect roles. Okay, cool. So yeah, Raja, you have any questions?
As long as you have vouchers, I told you, right? I can ask more and more questions.
We have high fives and virtual hugs. So
Yeah, you can ask one people. Let's see how people. I mean, like how attendees are going to answer it. If they are like more interested on one question.
So I think I will ask a simple question maybe this
No,
time.
you can ask a difficult question, but it is like they do. We don't have vouchers, but they can participate. Literally.
They can participate. Okay. So let's see. We talked about the relationship map, right? So can you tell me what are the different objects available on that particular relationship builder on the map?
Saurabh, Akash. Guys, if it is not a certification voucher, you guys are not going to participate. I see. Oh my God, I see so slow me's now. When it is a voucher question, it was like me's was like hurrying up. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Vikram. I mean, like, it was not Vikram, it was Saurabh. Saurabh, you are unmute. You can go ahead and talk.
Hi Kishore and hi Raja.
Yes, Saurabh.
Yes, Saurabh.
Uh, thanks everyone for this great session and thank you guys for organizing. So yeah, we have already implemented FSC, and as I recall that from session as well, that we have four objects basically which depict the relationship schema in FSC. So first one is account contact relationship, where you can relate any contact with business account that we have, and then there would be account relationship, where you can uh, define relationships between various businesses and institutions. It's sort of like a relationship between two business accounts. And
Yes.
then you have contact relationship, which defines the relationship between two people. So let's say two people are working in an
Yep.
organization, but there can be a
Yes.
relationship between those two also.
That's right.
And then the fourth one is reciprocal role. So this one defines the relationship, sort of like social relationships. Let's say someone is like a daughter of some person, and then someone can be a wife of someone, and those two people would still be in Salesforce. So to define those sort of relationships, we go with reciprocal role relationship.
Yep, very good. Thanks, Saurabh. And Saurabh, you are the person earlier raised that you might share your implementation experience as well. So maybe for the benefit
Yeah,
of everyone, if you have some 5 minutes, we can share with everyone.
Yeah, that will help a lot.
yes, Raja.
No need to tell the client name if required. If you want to be anonymous, that's fine. But we just want to learn about what are the pitfalls you encountered and how you started off with the implementation of this one.
Sure, Raja. So thanks for the opportunity. So I'm working with one of the leading financial clients who happens to be like utilizing the financial services client feature of Salesforce. So pitfalls, like we are trying to utilize as much as standard things which are coming with sales like financial services cloud. But as you can understand that like every client has very different needs. So in our use case, we are utilizing financial services cloud as much as we can, but still there are places where we will have to go and customize. So as I said earlier, that there is something called like mandated pricing. So for those things, then there are areas like very specific areas like loan collateral and all. Then even in terms of assets, like the asset that Salesforce defines is like like it covers one type of certain type of assets. But if we are working in a bank with like so many different type of clients are getting onboarded in a Salesforce, then we have like a very different, very huge range of assets or collaterals that can be related. And also like the relationships which
So
are
I will stop a bit here, Saurabh. What is the subvertical of this company?
so we are in like we are major banks, and we deal with like multiple areas like lending, and then we do credit, we do like the normal banking, and then more mortgages than vehicle financing.
Okay. Is this
So
FS implemented for across the board or any specific
yeah,
vertical?
across the board. So we
Across
have
the board. So it's a
yeah,
comprehensive. Yep. Good.
correct. So we have close to like 4,000 FS licenses. So
Okay.
you can understand
It's
the
a,
scale that
yeah,
like we have
it's a very
very
big
huge.
one. Yep.
An enterprise.
Correct. So that's the idea. So it's like the model that I'm seeing, it's very interesting one. And hopefully with the roadmap that we are seeing as planned, and then with velocity also coming in the picture, it would be very interesting to see that how it rolls out maybe uh, in the next Dreamforce. But yeah, so far my experience has been like they have clearly thought ahead of their time to design it. But still, as I said, that like every client has their very specific needs. So sometimes we need to customize things a bit here and there to like get a correct fit into business.
Okay, I have few questions for you on this. So somebody asked us, right, in is it a fresh implementation is better, or on the existing org have you implemented this FSC?
Yeah, so our decision was like very early only. So we did not had to go with, it was not that like we decided that we want to go with financial services cloud from the very first moment. But yeah, since we were very early in terms of deciding, so there was not very much like problem in terms of data and then the schema. So we started almost like we started our journey with Salesforce, and then maybe within 3 months we decided that this is something that we want to opt for. So we
Okay.
went with financial services cloud.
So basically it's a fresh implementation. 3 months means you might
Correct.
have done it. It's a fresh implementation altogether.
Correct.
And what
Correct.
all the other
Almost.
products they are using apart from FSC?
So we are using, okay, so you are saying like only Salesforce products, right?
Maybe you can tell the Salesforce products and others as well, so that they will understand the complexity of the landscape, basically IT landscape.
Correct. So as of now, like, yeah, we are not utilizing very much, like if our, like considering our audience scape, we are not very much utilizing products related to financial services cloud. Like one would be expecting that if there is something we are doing with Encino and all. So we are not doing as of now, because like, as I said, that being the major banking industry, we were not going with very large use cases. We are trying to fulfill as much as we can using our customization plus FSC only. But yeah, we are utilizing some other products in terms of some other products within Salesforce to fulfill our DevOps
Oh,
needs and
okay.
all. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Any other products apart from Salesforce?
Yeah, so in our current like a technology landscape, we are using close to 40 odd systems, but I don't want to name them. As of now, thanks to FSC, we are trying to integrate all of them into Salesforce, and then hopefully maybe a few years down the line, we want to
So how are
like
you
go.
integrating all these 40 plus systems?
So as of now, as I said, that like mostly with like our we have Jitterbit for our enterprise
Okay.
integration layer, and then all those systems are getting connected to Jitterbit,
That's
and
good.
then
Yeah.
we are
This is one
reaching out
point
to the
always a reiterate for any large scale integrations, right? Point to point is bound to fail, and always I suggest to use some integration tool, MuleSoft, Jitterbit. You have so many things available, so you can of course depend on the customer to customer, but any integration tool will do the better job than the point to point.
Correct. In terms of scalability, if we would have gone with like the point and click one, we would have mostly exhausted the Apex character limit.
That's right. Yeah. There are more several benefits out of using another third-party solution. Yep.
Yeah, we have a question as well. So how come clients satisfy with respect to confidential app running on cloud environment?
Confidential app. Okay, this is a perfect time, right? Earlier, a lot of companies said no laptops, right? For you, you have to work out of the
Or go to the
ODC,
office premise and
the
then work.
office premise, and work from the ODC room only, not from even from other areas, right? Now, what happened? This is a best perfect example you can quote to the customer.
Or you have any
apps installed or package installed to track it. Third party, yeah. Someone said Shield. So you guys are using Shield for it?
Shield, of course, I think we can utilize Shield as well for this. If I understand right, for financial services industry, already they have started using before this as well. So maybe for this licensing wise, I'm not pretty much aware of it, but I don't see any reason why we cannot use it.
Yeah, one more thing. So I would like to take up this as well. So in Dreamforce 19, there was a scenario where they released a sandbox refresh. So when they refresh a sandbox, so all the data will be masked.
Mm-hmm.
No customer data will have no production data will be replica in sandboxes. So data will be masked in sandboxes as well. So that they can use for development.
Yes, that's right.
One is that. Yeah, again, Saurabh, you can take up how you
Sure.
can, how did you overcome this?
Yeah, thanks, Kishore. So, guys, yeah, with respect to everybody's doubt, like we did had those questions while before implementing Salesforce. I mean, once we decided that we want to go ahead with Salesforce, we had this as a major concern that like how exactly where exactly they are going to store our data and how, because like BNFS clients are very keen on the data security, and coming from something like mainframe, it becomes like more or less of a obvious question that like they would be asking this. So for this one, we had we like some of our executives went and personally had a visit with Salesforce in their UK headquarters, that like uh, we want to do this major banking implementation, and we have these queries regarding data. So they said that like as of now they did not had any specific data center to our geographic location, but they said that they had a close to one, and particularly our client was not happy with having a data center in the North American geography. So we got a alternative solution, and they said that we are 100% assuring that we would not be storing your data in any of North American servers. It would be like stored to the closest data center available to your location. And once we got very much assurance, then I know that yeah, to a technical person it does not mean anything, that it's not very much of a assurance that where your data resides. The security is anyway, like if you are storing it on the cloud, then you will have to trust the provider that it is not they are not going to do anything with it. It's completely secure. But yeah, to answer our business folks doubts, that like yeah, once we got assured approval from Salesforce that our data would be stored in the closest data center possible to our location, then they decided that okay, it's okay to go ahead with it, and that's how we rolled out.
Cool. Saurabh, there are few guys who want your email ID. So if you can direct message them, and then if they have any questions, you can help them out.
Sure, Kishore. So I'm posting my Twitter handle here. You
Okay,
guys can reach out to me on Twitter, and then probably we can take it from there.
cool. So guys, you have any questions or anything else?
Surprisingly, I'm not seeing any question on FSL or Service Cloud. That's good.
Probably get it in Twitter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Raja. So tell us about your experience. What kind of, I mean, like, how was it?
Yeah, it's always good to engage with you as a community, right? But unfortunately, we could not meet in person. But I would have loved to meet you guys in person, definitely. Maybe after a few months, one more time next time, whenever we have the in-person meet, definitely I love to meet you guys.
Cool.
But it went very well, and thanks for your participation, overwhelming participation today.
Yeah.
And I suggest you to download that workbook, go through that, spin up an arc, practice it. So practice is better than me speaking. A lot of different things comes up. Even though you are not implementing immediately, at least if you can practice, spend one day, and you can implement a financial services cloud for yourself.
Okay. So there is one question. When can we have a next session on FSC? Do you have anything else on FSC now?
FSC overview level, I don't see anything it's required immediately, but definitely we are coming up with an accreditation program as well for the partners only. And I know few customers might be here, but that I will announce through that partner community group.
Okay, so
Yep.
if there is something with Raja Part 2 for FSC, anything, do you have any content for that?
I am waiting for the velocity to come up. So
Okay.
don't quote my name. Again, Raja told about velocity product roadmap and everything. But the thing is, yeah, that's anybody's guess basically. Once we acquire something, obviously you have to implement, you have to integrate both products together and give the customers better idea. So definitely once velocity comes up, finally I see a lot of major roadmap changes will come up definitely. Because I see a lot of good things from that as well, velocity side.
Yeah, so we have one more question. So can we have FSL again with Raja virtual?
It's all about your demand, but yeah, I'm
Fine.
more
Let's
open for
make it
that.
on.
And for the trial mix side, we have a trial mix, sfdc.co/FSL trial. So everything you need for FSL, you have it there. So even if I'm not conducting a session, you can go ahead with that. There is a short link, sfdc.co/FSL trial.
Cool. So yeah, probably if we see people more asking on FSL, then we'll connect with you and you are
Yep,
there to
sure.
help us.
Definitely, Kishore, on that. No problem. We can
Oh,
meet
thank you
anytime.
so much. Yeah, so thanks guys. Thanks a lot for all. Thanks a lot for your time. I'm like it, we said 1.5. It was like 2.5 now. So yeah, we are about to end the session now. So thanks a lot. And please make sure spread out a word saying that what you have learned from this session. Tag Raja, tag BLR, SFDG BLR. So that way people will, again, I'm telling you, that is where people understand the importance of attending a virtual session, which is like, again, in India, I see this is the first time we are happening where we are taking FSC as a topic. So I haven't seen any places where any community is also doing on FSC, but this is the first time we are doing it on Bangalore community. So I'm more than happy to have you all on this platform. So thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, again, the sessions will be on SFDG BLR YouTube channel. So you can, only thing where you get all the information is follow us on SFDG BLR on Twitter. So whatever the post we do, videos we upload, we post it on YouTube, and then we make it available, make it public on Twitter as well. So subscribe to that. I feel like I am blogging now. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon for notification. So do all those things, and then get notified if there is anything new content uploaded. So we are posting 2 videos. One is one is with Kavindras, and second one is with Raja. So yeah, we will have more fun in upcoming days. We have more content to be given out for Trail at DX. We are waiting for that announcement. We'll post it in 2-3 days on Trail at DX announcements as well. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye. See ya.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
We'll be here for 1 minute. If you have anything to drop out a note, then do it on chat. That will be an awesome thing for us.